I was there the day Horus slew the Emperor.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Lightning Tower, episode 1, the first episode of a new podcast focusing on the Horus Heresy. My name's Tom and I'm joined by Stu.
Hello.
And Liam.
Hello there.
And you might know us from a podcast called Run to Cover.
If you are one listener.
Or two.
Which is about Konflikt, the Warlord Games game Konflikt 47, which is not a very popular game. It's very niche. So you've probably never heard of us, but we've decided to branch out and talk about the Horus Heresy because we're all very excited about it.
Yes.
So, first things first, what should we do? Let's say what legions we're doing.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so none of us have really played it before.
We've all played 40k.
We've all played a lot of 40k, and we had a plan to do Heresy about 2 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
It was about 2 years ago. It was before COVID.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then COVID just kind of killed the whole plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I started an Iron Warriors army.
Oh, that's right. Them
Was
it was the Tortuga
That's
Bay
it.
Saturn 9 Terminators before they were popular. So I actually managed to buy 4 squads for about £20 each. And then as soon as I got them on Instagram, the price kind of like skyrocketed to like 30 quid, 40 quid, and I was like, oh, so I'm not getting any more of them.
No. I think 4 squads is probably enough for
Yeah.
Four squad determinators. Yeah,
I
I
think-
thought
yeah. How many points is that? Like 3,000 points?
And Stu, you got a couple of boxes of Mark III Marines.
Yeah. Well, I got 3 boxes.
Yeah.
I made one up, painted them. I made the second one up, undercoated it, and the third is unmade.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it in the pile of shame by any chance?
Well, it's moved from a pile of shame to a pile of be sold.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you later about that.
And Liam, you have got so far. You've got that Land Raider.
Yeah, I've got a Land Raider Achilles.
Yeah.
Which one's the Achilles?
It's the one with the it's got a massive cannon.
It's got like a quad launcher.
That's it, a quad launcher
top,
thing.
hasn't it?
It can either fire indirectly from behind cover, or it can drop forward and fire mentally. And it's got quad-linked. Oh, I never pronounced the name. Volkite cannons on the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
With a 5+ invuln. Well, that's in 40k.
I don't think a Land Raider needs cover, really.
No.
It's more for the range, just like sit in the back and take
Well,
things
it'll
off.
always be able to shoot.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it doesn't need line of sight. Well, in 40k it doesn't need line of sight, so we'll see what it's like in Heresy. They might change the rules to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
So we haven't played.
I've also got what I've just prepped myself to.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get into that later.
Right.
So we're going to. We're talking about the past. Here.
Oh, right,
Ghost
sorry.
of Christmas Past. So we never played 7th edition.
I don't think I said that I was doing Death Guard. I just said I had Mark 3s.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, Death Guard.
I was going to get into that.
Yeah, so it's
So you might-
different, but yeah.
So you might as well say it
Well,
now.
no,
So-
because you said
Well, no,
historically it had painted 10
But
Death
we'll
Guard
apologise for
Marines.
this first podcast. It's a bit garbled because we haven't got a list of how we're going to do it. We're just kind of
We're just winging
we're
it.
very, very much winging it.
Yeah. So
Yes.
we never played 7th edition 40k.
I
We
did.
prob-
It
we
was
probably played-
weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but it doesn't matter because new Horus
Third
Heresy's
edition we played. 4th edition.
We don't know what
probably
the new one's
fifth.
going to be
Yeah.
anyway. So.
Yeah, so we played 8th and we got into 8th. Got into 8th quite big. Played a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
Played a lot of
enjoyed,
it.
enjoyed yours.
Went
yeah.
to events and all sorts.
Went to a lot of events.
a few tournaments.
9th, kind of.
Was that the wrong time?
Yeah.
9th?
When 8 was out, every book they released, all the little mini codexes and stuff, like, oh, this is going to last for months, for years. Then all of a sudden, it's going to last through the next edition as well. They drop it. this now doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Ignore all the rules of the books you've just bought last week that have only been out a month. Here's a new book. For God's
that
sake.
third Space Marine Codex is now out of date.
Yeah. What? So anyway.
Yeah. It was and
And carrying about
the
100
kind
books.
of the whole way the missions were set up as well. It just got to be the point of like the amount of time you spent choosing secondaries.
Yeah.
Like say you're playing a small game, it was just like, what's the point in this? You know, like we normally play war games as war games.
Yeah.
Like
That's the thing from...
you want a mission, don't you? You want to say, right, I'm holding this tower, and
Like
you've got to take the tower.
The missions in Konflikt are like war missions.
Yeah.
And that's like part of like the historical gaming. And 30k is historical.
Yeah.
40k, isn't it?
In theory, hopefully, it plays out
Yeah.
like that. It is more mission based
Oh yeah.
rather than
It's more like...
It's not just point scoring.
I'm not
yeah,
going to say story mission, but I'm going to say story mission.
yeah.
You know, it's like...
A bit more narrative than just there's you guys, hold them 4 points.
Yeah.
And get,
Well, yeah,
get a point per round.
Yeah, it just turned into point scoring. It feels to me, I was thinking about this the other day, and people who play 40k are like people who play Call of Duty Warzone, and people who play 30k are people who play Skyrim.
Hey!
Okay.
I'm happy with that, like.
What if...
You don't play either?
Yeah.
or you play both?
No, what if you play like airport manager?
I also play that.
Then you should probably be playing Titanic or something.
Farming simulator?
Yeah. So
Hang on, our last plays that. When she's bored.
So what we were going to do, we were going to say what legions we'd picked. Like, let's start with Stu. Right, so did you do the thing on the Warhammer community website where you got to choose your legion?
Yes, and it bugged out for us, so I had to go back and choose an option I didn't want to do.
Okay. What
So
would it not let you do?
What it does is
I missed something.
the next question it gives you is based on the previous question.
Right.
I got into a loop with putting this between the same two questions constantly.
Are we doing an impression of Sheldon? Just going
So-
round this.
So I had to go back
So
and
does
change
that
the answer.
not mean Alpha Legion?
Oh. Well, no, because I changed an answer and it came out as Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
I think
So-
I've missed this dude and haven't done it.
Yeah,
No,
probably.
it was a few months ago on the Warhammer community. It was
You are,
like,
yeah.
you just answer questions like, do you like to knock down doors or do you like to build doors?
Oh, right. Yeah, I definitely missed this then.
Yeah. So what did you get? Iron Warriors.
Yeah, it came out as Iron Warriors.
And would you play Iron Warriors?
Well, I have previously played Iron Warriors in 3rd edition 40k?
I think it was 4th or 5th.
4th or 5th, well, whenever it was.
I mean, they're the same game, but yeah, I don't think it was 3rd.
But yeah, yeah, I'd play Iron Warriors.
Yeah. But you've went with
Death Guard.
Death Guard. Okay, so why Death Guard?
I like painting them. 'Cause it's nice and easy.
Yeah.
I really like before they went all new, all ganglion, falling apart. I love the old armour colours.
Yeah,
I think they look
nice.
nice.
Yeah. And I've got a Death Guard 40k army, so you know, get the guys before they turn into putrid.
Yeah.
This is how, before and after.
Yeah, so we'll just point out that we've got 3 Death Guard models on the bench right now that you've 3D printed.
Yes.
So these are Fummelfinger Mark III Marines.
Yes, Fumble
Which,
Finger Mark III, which I got from Colts.
Yeah, and these are True Scale Marines.
Yeah, the true
And you've
scale.
Painted all 3 with slightly different green.
Yeah, so they're all painted the same except for the shade of green, so I couldn't decide on a green. Funnily enough, I'm going to go with Death Guard green.
Right. Yeah. So, Liam, what legions have you been considering?
Well, obviously.
This is going to be it.
It's actually... No.
Well,
Okay,
that's not
so-
what I considered, not what I chosen.
What I considered.
Yes.
Right. I considered...
The red?
Oh, no, they're chosen. But no, I actually considered Night Lords.
Night Lords.
Oh.
That's an interesting choice.
Just
So why did you reject Night Lords?
because I couldn't. I can't.
Yeah,
So yeah, well, I considered them. I did consider going down the traitor route,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, I just can't.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, the red.
The red.
The red.
So, is it Thousand Suns?
No. Yeah, it's Blood Angels.
Of course, it's Blood Angels.
Yeah, of course it's Blood Angels. I've played Blood Angels on and off since second, so yeah.
Yeah, and you've ordered I haven't ordered. You've bought the special character.
Yes, he is. I can't pronounce his name.
Dominion Zephon.
That's the one. The Bringer of Sorrows.
So you said the thing is you can't play a traitor, but the thing is in 30k you can,
I know.
Yeah, but
'Cause-
you don't.
and like
have
a traitor can play loyal.
I know.
I think it depends on which legion you're playing, though, doesn't it? Like,
Like I don't
some-
think there's any traitor Ultramarines, is there?
well, this is the thing. Like, some of the legions, it just doesn't feel right.
There'd be no traitor
play them
Imperial
as
Fists.
Traitors, yeah. And it doesn't feel right to play some of the legions as loyal either. Like the way like now that the story's been going for
Yeah,
so
you wouldn't
long.
see a loyal Worldier
No.
or Son of Horus.
And I mean, I'm not
Although they
saying.
are in the books.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not impossible.
Oh no. But it gives you flexibility in like if you were doing like a big story game with other people.
Yeah.
Where like, oh, I've got 4 loyalists and 2 traitors. Oh, it's all right.
Or,
We'll still make the game happen.
or like really early heresy.
Yeah.
And then there's also the point that maybe it's a company or chapter, depending on the designations, are like off doing something else.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
the word bearers guys managed to talk into their ear and, you know, make a warrior lodge and all this.
Oh yeah. Give them all the tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of this
Look
stuff.
what we can do.
All of this stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Liam is 100% on Blood Angels,
Yeah.
which...
Doesn't end well.
I know. However, because it's heresy, I can get them before
Yeah.
we die.
You can.
But I'm not getting the JW sculpt because I think it's horrendous.
One thing I haven't looked for 3D files is Primarchs.
Well, you know what your next job is to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is some good
There's
ones.
some lovely
There's
ones. I have
really,
seen some
really
really
nice
nice ones.
paid ones.
I'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
Find
So-
a nice enough one, I'll definitely pay for you to buy the file.
So I'm Death Guard, Liam's Blood Angels.
Yeah.
So what are you?
Right. So when I did the test, I actually came back with Death Guard randomly.
Okay.
I'm not sure how, because the very first question basically asks traitor or loyal.
Well,
And
that
I
means you're
picked
Garrow.
loyal. I picked loyal. I'm like, how did I end up with Death Guard?
You gotta get on the Eisenstein.
And then obviously I've already got some Iron Warriors, but the thing is I really like the Mark 6.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like I needed to go with a
So,
more of an old hammer
yeah.
Legion.
Ever since the Mark 6 in the blue catalogue,
Yeah,
they've always looked
Yeah.
cool.
yeah. So I've actually went for Ultramarines.
The
Ultramarines.
Smurfs.
Yeah. So
Ah.
the reason I've went for Ultramarines for is I like painting blue.
Okay.
That's
Cause
handy.
Because I was tempted by salamanders as well,
Okay.
and
Ooh.
I just don't really like. I just don't like them that much.
No.
There's something about. I just don't want to play one of the legions who got wiped out on Istvan.
Why?
There's something about it, you know what I mean? Especially like, for example, if like Iron Hands are pretty cool,
Yeah.
but they basically get wiped out and the Primarch gets killed. And this is like day one, it's like playing as French in bolt action. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, some legions are just better than others.
Yeah.
Like you've got your A League legions, which is like the Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Imperial Fist, Death Guard, and you got like your C list, it's like Raven Guard,
Yeah.
Salamanders.
I kind of like Raven Guard as
Word
well. but
bearers.
it's the same, they're like,
They're not as exciting though.
no, they don't have that. Like they've never had the same push,
No.
really. But like the other thing.
Well, the
is
main push was always the same all through. We've all played 40k since its birth, really.
Yeah.
So it was always the main ones. And it was the main colours.
I mean-
blue, red, yellow, green.
Well, they even say Imperial
And
Fist is
then
a new
Space Wolves.
to that as well. Well, when I say new, like in 15 years.
Yeah,
But it was always Ultramarines and Blood Angels.
yeah, it was.
They were your loyals.
Space Wolves.
Space Wolves,
And Howling Griffins.
and not you had Imperial Fist as well, because they were always your three,
Yeah.
your four, sorry, and they were the main colours. You had your red,
Oh,
yellow,
your Space Wolves as well.
yeah, and Space
They're
Wolves.
like,
Because you had your three main colours, and then you had let's do Space Vikings, and it was like, oh my god, Space Vikings, how cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were. But it's like, where's the rest? There's a million, well, not million, there's loads of other legions. Where was the push behind them?
Yeah, it's not as exciting.
And you got Crimson Fist and stuff, it's like, where's all the...
Yeah.
It just didn't happen.
Yeah. Crimson Fists, the original poster boys, though.
There were, yes. That's
Yeah.
correct, yes.
Not even a first
Because I'm the
round.
Rogue Trader rulebook, which I've got in the house. It's got...
He's got Crimson Fist, fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good. Somebody wanted to buy that the other day, and I can't really find the post.
Ah.
Oh, well.
So, Ultramarines, second reason. So yes, they look good in biggie armour. Like I say, I wanted to pick like a retro Legion to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, Liam plays Blood Angels, so I wasn't going to do Blood Angels. I wasn't going to do Imperial Fists because they're yellow.
And you don't like painting
I
yellow.
will say, I
You-
considered Imperial Fists.
Do
I
you-
tried doing a test painting.
Alright.
This is not happening.
You just put it in the bin. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I paint with an airbrush and I still wouldn't do a yellow army. You know, so that's not happening. So yeah, and the other reason is Dan Abnett's book, is it No Fear? With the Battle of Calth?
I haven't read that one yet.
So basically they're like, the Ultramarines are like on Calth and they're waiting for some help from the word bearers or something or other. And anyway,
That's not going to end well, is it?
no, the word bearers just completely ambush the Ultramarines, knock absolutely everything up. Space stations have gone to pot, orbital batteries have gone to pot. They've dropped on the planet, they're just wiping Ultramarines out left, right and centre. And it just follows basically. They're like, Ultramarines are having to do like a fight and retreat through the whole book.
Yeah.
It was just so well written. Obviously, Dan Abnett being one of the top Black Library authors. It's just really well written, but you really get into the Ultramarines and they do this thing where they're like Gilliman in 40k was always like a bit of a joke character.
Hence the name Rowboat Girly Man.
But I think in 30k they've made him like every Primarch has a very stereotypical personality. And I think Gilliman's like if Sherlock Holmes was mixed with Caesar. Because he's super logical, like he thinks everything through, and the Marines do this thing where they'll do like theoretical practical. So they'll like find the theoretical situation, the enemy's coming down this hill, practical, I've put landmines there so they're all gonna get smashed. So I don't need to worry. But it's just it's just the logical way of thinking around it, and it makes for like a cool background for like an all arms force.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that a book inspired you, because I actually considered Alpha Legion, also because of Dan Abnett,
Yeah,
the book Legion,
yeah.
as probably is it one of the best Warhammer books I've read. I think it's definitely up there.
See, I know.
That's the one with John Grammaticus.
Yeah. See,
I've only read a couple, and I've had limited. Some are good,
Yeah.
and some
Yeah.
I couldn't get into in the slightest, and it's kind of unfortunate. It's through us from bothering to buy anymore.
I think my favourite out of the whole of them that I've read is Fulgrim,
That was amazing, Fulgrim.
but it's a bit Marmite though, isn't it?
Like
It's a lot of it's about the remembrances as well, rather than the Space Marines.
I actually like that part of like the beginning of the Heresy where it's very human.
Yeah,
I found that more interesting than the Space Marines stabbing each other.
yeah. Well, I mean, Fear the Tread, which is one I've read recently, which is a Blood Angels one, started off really bad. And I was like, this is going to be a grind, isn't it? And actually, like a third into the book, it was like, actually, this is a really, really well written and really good story. I think it was Guy Haley.
Alright.
And I was just like, I was thinking, oh, this is just another, like, basic bolt of porn is the word book, and it actually turned into something else. And it was really good.
So that took you a third to get now. So
It was really slow.
It'd be
starting
sat on my
though.
bookshelf now still.
Yeah.
So what I've found is the ones that are good are from like a human point of view.
Yeah.
Like when it doesn't work from a Space Marine's point of view as well. Like that one about the Dark Angels and starting on, I can't remember the name of the planet now.
Caliban.
Caliban, yeah, and it's just like
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed that one a bit. That's where they're like.
Isn't that the name of the bad guy in the Clash of the Titans?
Caliban.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure. It is a vampire guy in X-Men. You know I think he's the white guy in Logan. I say white guy, the really pale guy who has to be wrapped up.
Oh yeah,
I think he's called Caliban, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, Caliban.
Anyway, yeah.
Caliban's the name of the planet. It's an average book. It's not terrible, but like I say, the thing is once you get so far into the Horus Heresy book series,
You have to keep reading them.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm a little bit slow to pick them back up again. It's like if I start reading them and get into wanting to read them all, it's like, but I'm going to have to deal with the bad books.
Yeah, and you don't want to miss one out either, do you?
No. The other thing to point out is there's also the Primarch series.
Yeah, so
Which are novellas, which are pretty cool.
So they're separate from the Horus Heresy series.
Yeah, so it's a separate series, and it's just like one book per Primarch, but they're not necessarily all origin stories.
No.
All right.
They're shorter.
Mm.
They're more expensive
Yeah, of course.
because they're all like fancy hardbacks. If the Kindle versions aren't too bad.
Which ones have you read?
I've read Gilliman, Lorgar, Magnus, and Pertwaro.
Okay. Any of them stand out the most?
Probably the Magnus one.
Okay.
Even though it wasn't really that much about Magnus. There was basically the Thousand Suns and the Iron Warriors were on a planet, and there was some natural disaster happening, and it was basically Magnus and Perturabo were like trying to evacuate this planet.
Yeah.
There was no like actual war going on. It was like just how they were interacting with each other and the humans, and obviously Perturabo was like Mr. He's basically an accountant.
So
And he's like going, well, I can rescue this many people, so that'll be fine. And Magnus is wanting to rescue more than that. And
yeah. That sounds like if it was in a different universe, the premise of a Star Trek episode.
yeah,
It really does.
maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where we're at. I've got Ultramarines, Stu's got Death Guard, Liam's got Blood Angels,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll have more people at the club jump on it.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone's excited about the 2.0 release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and then after the break we'll talk about everything that's happened this weekend.
Okie dokie.
So, see you in a sec.
Bye.
Okay, welcome back. So, we're going to go through everything that's happened this weekend. So, if you don't know, and why wouldn't you, it was the Horus Heresy weekend.
Because we don't know what weekend it would have been this weekend.
Yeah,
Weekend.
they might be
Okay,
listening to this
so
in
what is it?
2035.
Yeah.
So, it is currently 7:15, and it's the 8th of May, 2022. And this
7
weekend...
p.m.
7:15 p.m.
And this weekend has been...
If somebody hasn't got the phone on silent.
Yeah.
Schoolboy,
Because this weekend's been the Horus Heresy Open Week. We haven't already done a whole podcast series, so we should know what we're doing, but
Yeah,
you know.
Should know.
Should know. Right.
Anyway, moving on.
Where was I? Right. Horus Heresy Open Weekender. So, first things first. What they did, the tickets sold out in about 5 minutes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
apparently. I think there was about 1,000 people went.
Okay.
From what I can tell, there must have been at least 50 to 100 tickets that were just given out
Yeah.
to
Game stores and stuff like that. And...
Instagrammers,
right.
YouTubers,
Mm.
cosplayers.
Yeah.
And we didn't get anything. Oh, what a shame.
Well, we did do a Conflict 47 podcast.
Yeah.
Very strange for us to get on.
To be fair, I was pretty surprised about some of the people that they'd picked off Instagram who were not massive accounts,
All right.
and also, I would say, never done anything to do with Horus Heresy before.
All right.
I mean, most of the people they invited, so there was a lot of salt, I'll say.
Oh, some
There
sodium.
was a lot of salt in the community to do with the fact that a lot of the people who were invited had nothing to do with Horus Heresy.
Okay.
But I can kind of see why they've invited the people who have the most, like, more of the market share,
Well,
basically.
yeah, so why would you
promote in the
invite a
UK.
Horus Heresy guy who, let's just say, influences 100 people? Right, invite a 40k guy who influences 100,000 people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
You would.
it's
Yeah.
marketing. That's what it is.
It's just a bit...
But it's just not
It's
fair.
just a bit strange. It's a bit strange, though, because like some of the people they bring down are like, they clearly 3D print stuff. They paint models for other game systems. They don't use Games Workshop paints, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And in the past, they would have like had nothing to do with those people,
Yeah.
and they've actually invited them, obviously, because they've got the subscriber count.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit it's strange seeing who they did and
It's
who they
because
didn't
JW's
invite.
kind of changing the whole thing now, because 3D printing 5 years ago, one bloke out of 1,000 might have the 3D printer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, majority of wargamers, if they haven't got a 3D printer, have got a mate who's got a 3D printer. Me and our club, there's at least four of us with a 3D printer.
There's a 4 of us.
Hi.
All right,
Or-
okay.
No, there's I think there's 3 that go to the club, including yourself. I've got
Yeah.
a 3D printer,
Yeah.
and there's lads who know other people with 3D printers. So
Yeah.
it's like in our little club, there's at least 5 3D printers within.
Yeah, although
That we all know
we've
of.
got about 50 members.
Yeah, but this is just the
So
regulars
far,
that
yeah.
we see every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, everybody has access. So yeah, so
Oh,
they
well,
had
little
this-
plug the club, Fall on Home Gaming Club.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people went who weren't Heresy people. Obviously, the Heresy people had to try and get tickets just to get tickets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
which
standard
had
way.
sold out. The normal
poor way.
Yeah.
The pool, yeah.
So they
I
had.
was saying about the 3D printers, just sorry to go back now,
Oh, okay.
because there was a point to that. Because lots of people got 3D printers now, more people are doing it, so JW kind of understand
Well,
they've
bring
got people
this
watching them.
back up when we could do one of the releases that they did at this event.
Alright.
Because one of them had clearly targeted at 3D printing. Has been a competitive to that. We'll come back to this.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
there was people there on the Friday, just posting selfies and stuff. That was basically what happened on the Friday. According to Instagram, everyone just tagged themselves in photos with whoever else they could find. So there was just like an avalanche of selfies,
Okay.
just going around in circles. Saturday,
Yeah, I turned off my notifications on Friday.
I didn't see any of this.
I did.
I wasn't being the cool groups.
I don't think you've... Well, do you follow anybody?
No.
So Saturday, they did the reveal online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently people were upset because a lot of the people were still queuing to get in while this was happening.
Oh, so they're watching it on the phone.
Well, it wasn't...
It doesn't look like it was actually there anyway.
They didn't do it in front of the audience anyway, so...
No. That's
Which
why
was a bit
Well,
strange.
from the stream I could get of it, because for some reason my signal in the house was going, you're not watching this today.
Oh.
So I ended up giving up.
I suppose you want everyone there to go in and see it, and then be released generally. But then they would have already spoiled it,
Yeah.
so you can't win either way.
Yeah.
No.
But
Unless
you
they'd have released... Unless they'd have done it live.
Unless they said, "Don't tell anyone about this," but that's not going to work.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying they could have done it on stage.
Oh, done it on they could have done it on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
my signal was out for some reason.
PowerPoint presentation.
That bad, I just turned notifications. I turned notifications on a couple of groups I'm on. So I was like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool.
So-
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
right, back to
Well,
why
the
I
first
have my
thing
phone open.
was I think the price was released even before it was supposed to be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it a different website released it first?
Oh, I didn't realise.
Yeah,
it.
they had
Yeah.
somebody leaked the prices out, yeah.
The price got leaked. Well, I'm going to say the price, but the roundabout price was leaked first, about it being sub 200 quid.
Yeah.
Or $300.
So you've got an actual price?
No, I'm saying
Oh, right.
that the information of being less than 200
Yeah.
was leaked before it was meant to be by a third party website.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's
That was
why,
the first thing that came out.
So that's why they put that on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be about this much.
So we've got an Age of Darkness starter box,
Yep.
which is not limited edition.
Not limited. Well,
Is this,
I mean,
is this the standard?
This is the
The
standard
proper-
starter.
Right.
The full box
Right.
isn't going to be like an Indomitus box.
no.
So it's not going or Shadows P or anything like that. So it's going to be there all the time.
You say that, but Blackstone Fortress wasn't limited.
Oh yeah,
But that ran out and didn't really get
Yeah.
a reprint.
yeah. Well,
You see how much that goes for online now for the full set?
Does it now?
Silly money.
oh ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
So, what do you get in your box? You got your full rulebook, full hardback rulebook,
yeah.
Yeah.
plus everything you need to play, dice, templates.
I think we've already got this.
Templates.
Then whippy sticks are back.
Whippy sticks.
Are back. Oh, I don't know why. I don't
Emperor's
know.
Children.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got
Anything Slanesh.
a lot of content. So miniatures wise, 40 Mark 6 Marines
40 marks.
That's
with boulders.
awesome. Oh, they all just got boulders.
All just as far as we
Well-
know, we don't know fully because nobody's seen the sprues. But as far as we
they're
know,
probably going to be the same as like the separate box release,
yeah,
whatever they're going to have.
yeah. I'm guessing you'll have bolters and sergeant
I
models.
assume there'll be like a 40k tactical crossover to be able to sell them to 40k as
Yeah,
well.
maybe.
Yeah.
Then you've got your Spartan assault tank,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty good. Your 10 Terminators, which
I would
Cataphracti.
say Cataphracti Terminators.
So
Which
the
are-
Tartarus.
No, the
No,
Cat
Cataphracti.
Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
which
cool.
are remakes. Well, reprints. They're the same ones.
The ones that are already out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the new Contemptor Dreadnought,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
looks really nice as well.
does.
So,
Yeah, it just looks basic, but I
Well,
like
I think compare it to the old Contemptor, which was I think was fixed weapon, fixed pose.
Forge
Yeah.
World.
yeah.
Forge World, Bloody Angel, they'll do two beautiful ones.
Yeah, I like it.
They will be getting
See-
orders, but not from Forge World.
See, I like decals, transfers, so the
You're
plain
weird.
ones are
It's
happy
because
for
you're
me.
weird. I can't stand them. I've had a nightmare.
I printed some.
Yeah.
Raised.
Yeah.
I put some on and they just the lasted 2 games.
Even
Yeah.
that one.
So I gave up. I gave up. I might just give you money to do them for us because I enjoy doing them.
Yeah. Well, I never said I enjoy
You
it.
do
I
now.
like how they
They do look
on.
good.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
that's what you get in the box. So 4
And
boxes.
you get two
Yeah, there's got to be some
Oh,
HQs.
and your Praetors. Yeah, you
two bosses.
yeah.
Yeah,
The Centurions.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
whatever.
Whatever they call
So-
it.
that's assuming you 10 tactical Marines, 10 bolter guys are worth 30 quid. That seems about normal for
Yeah.
Games Workshop.
Yeah.
So you've got 120 quid's worth of Marines. Your Spartan's going to be at least 50.
40 quid. I'd say 40.
I would have said 60.
It's going to be a lot.
So,
I mean, yeah.
Dreadnought's going to be 20 or 30.
How much is the Land Raider? Like 650.
50.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah,
60
Land
for
Raider
the
price,
Spartan.
yeah.
Yeah, your Dreadnought
20, 30.
and your Praetors.
20,
Yeah.
20 quid each.
20.
Yeah.
Your Contender. You get.
I mean, that is if you want it all. It's
Yeah.
got that value.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, who actually wants 40 Bolter Marines?
It depends how the game plays. You might need. You might.
I mean, it's good to have that depth of reserve as well.
If it's like 40k, you might need 3 squads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you've got 10 spare,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which go into some more releases we can.
So
Yeah.
the way Heresy version 1 worked is you had. So if you look at your 7th edition selection chart, you need 6 troops,
Was it 6?
but only 2 of them have to be
Troops.
like troops.
So
and then
there's
you
like
have,
troops and there's compulsory troops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so your compulsory troops you only had 2.
Which is your Bolt Marines and your Assault Marines.
Yeah, both
basic
Marines,
assault
assault
Marines.
Marines and breaches, I think.
Breaches?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then, you know, your other guys, your tactical supports and your veteran tacticals were like non-compulsory.
Yeah, and there's some like
But-
rights that can change which ones are as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, in
Yeah.
general, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, for that price, and obviously that's retail price, so if it's, let's say 200 retail, that's going to be 140
From our local
from
one.
like a...
Yeah,
Will be that much
So
discount?
20%,
140?
20% off.
Is that 20%?
Yeah, 40 quid. So it's 160, Tom.
160?
It'll be
Yeah.
150. 50 times 4 is 200.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, it says sub 200, so we're still yet actually see what
So
the price is.
if it's bang on 200,
If it's £199.99,
Yeah.
so it's about 160 quid.
I mean, if we're
Was
just
20%.
if we're basing this on £200, like, would you pay £200 for that?
Yeah, I actually would. I would
See,
pay.
I'd actually went with the rumours that it was going to be 240.
And you were happy at 240?
Well, I would have paid 200
Yeah.
for all of that, simply because. I mean, let's put it this way: the rulebook's going to be
30 quid.
30 quid if you want to buy the rulebook.
I'm going to say, if not more.
Yeah.
Plus-
Look, today, 40k rulebook's 40.
I've seen a couple on. I know because John from the club is looking at getting the core book for 40k. You can get it for 16 if you search eBay.
Yeah.
That's the cheapest.
But the thing is, the box set, it's based around, is it Imperial Fists and Sons of Horus?
Yeah.
So is it only going to have them Legion rules in?
I don't think it will. I don't think it'll have any Legion rules in.
d-
They have no Legion rules.
So this is what I've heard is that to get the Legion rules, you then need to buy
The 2 books.
the Liber Astartes or the Liber Hereticus.
Right, okay.
Or as a group, if I'm guessing they're not going to have the amount of extra Legion stuff as 40k. It's going to be the basic. If your Legion is X, you get this. If your Legion is X, you get this. If your Legion is so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, as a group, you buy both books between you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's it. You've got everything,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I've heard is, in each of these books,
and it might have a code, like the
QR code.
QR code, and you can get it digital.
Possibly.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
it'll all be on Battlescribe eventually anyway.
yeah,
It will, yeah.
yeah.
But what I've heard is
Long live Battlescribe.
that the books are going to be like the codex for basics. Both books are going to be the same. The first half of both books are going to be the same with all of the generic Legion units.
Alright,
And
okay.
then, obviously, they'll have lots of Legion special rules,
Yeah,
special
yeah.
units.
So, for example, like, the first half's the same, but then in the second half of the Traitor one, I'd be able to get, like, the Death Shroud and
Yeah,
Typhon
yeah,
and things like that.
yeah.
He's massive size.
Apparently, there's a lot of cool like lore and artwork in them as well.
There always
And they're,
is, to be
they're
fair.
really, really thick.
Alright, okay.
I mean, you're talking more than 300 pages.
That sounds
is
like a
what I've
50
heard.
quid book.
Yeah, it's 50. It's 100 quid for 2
Yeah.
books.
And then the rule book's supposedly the same. So,
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah. And then, after that, the special characters from Burning of Prospero
Okay.
are getting a new...
Yeah.
Re-release?
Not really bothered.
Not a big deal. If you already play Space Wolves or Thousand Suns, you've probably already got them.
yeah.
If you
You don't really care.
Yeah. Then we've got... So this is interesting.
Yes, this is what I was referring to.
Yes, and I realised that as you said it.
So, what they're going to do to make your special weapon and heavy weapon squads is they're releasing sprues of weapons and weapon arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that.
Just that.
So there, if
So is it 60 weapons in a box?
So the special weapons upgrade set is
yes,
60 weapons. So that's 10 plasma guns, 10 melter guns, 10 flamers, 10 Volkite culverins, 10 Volkite calivers. I'm assuming that's what they are, or it might be carbine. I don't know. And 10 of them rotary cannons.
Yep. So this is directed at 3D printing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Depending on the price.
They've
of
realised people are 3D printing because they have to get like all of these plasma guns second hand
Yeah.
to be able to just do one squad.
Yeah, the amount of times I've seen people posting on groups. Anybody got 3 plasma cannons or 3
Yeah.
melter guns? It's like, yeah. In a
Yeah.
little bag. Pay me postage for his mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Depending on price, obviously.
There's still the issue is that some of the special weapons are more valuable than others.
Yeah. Do you think?
Yeah. Well, most likely. Like, plasma guns always a good choice
Yeah.
for every legion.
yeah.
Apparently they're not very good. In Heresy 2.0.
Oh,
One of the
really?
reasons, because they don't beat the Space Marines armor.
Oh. That's a
I think
big
they
law
just
change,
I
isn't
think
it?
they just have Rendon
Wow.
rather than beat it every time.
But yeah, this is because what you were touched on, but I realised when seeing it. So that if you get 40 Marines in a box set.
Yeah.
So you need 3 squads of 10.
Yeah.
You've got a 10-man squad spare. There you go.
Box of that.
Box of that. There's your special weapon squad.
Yeah.
And then you go all out and magnetise them. There's Six different
I
loadouts.
wouldn't magnetise.
No, neither would I.
That'd be a massive pain.
But
I mean, some people will though.
Yeah.
Some people will, although the amount of money you spend on the magnets.
And you just the amount of work on magnetising like
And then
individual men.
The heavy weapons are done similar.
So there's 2 boxes of heavy weapons.
Yeah.
There's 3 boxes of
3
heavy weapons.
boxes.
Oh, right.
So the first box you get missile launchers and heavy bolters. I'm more of a fan of the over-the-shoulder heavy weapons.
Really? Okay.
They're just more old school.
Yeah, I don't.
They are.
And the ones that are holding 2 hands in front of them. I'm sorry, they're a nightmare to pose and glue.
So for me, it
But I've
depends
got
on the weapon.
I've got fat fingers though.
Heavy bolters
Oh god.
slung down low.
Yeah,
Las cannons up high.
yeah,
Heavy bolter's got to be down low. It's got to be full on.
yeah. I mean, I really like the missile launcher styling.
Yeah, I love it. That reminds me of Space Crusade.
Yeah,
I actually like the 2nd edition missile launcher. You know, it's just a tube.
yeah. Looks like a missile launcher. Yeah. So that's the
Like a blowpipe.
first box. So the second box is a heavy flamer, a multi-melder, and a plasma cannon.
Yeah.
Why does this one have 30 weapons in and the other one has 20?
Because it's
There's 3
3 and
weapons
2.
instead of 2.
Yeah, but why? Because they'll be the same amount. They'll be the same price, guaranteed.
Well, they might not
You
be.
think?
Yeah, that's just how
It might be
games
to do with
workshop work.
arms. You might need more arms to fit these ones.
You might need
Yeah.
more. If that missile launcher, I can't see where the hands would go that you can the rest of the weapons. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
It might
Not
have.
saying that.
It might have the arms to make
You
it an over
complain
shoulder.
about this, but it's not actually. Because if you want missile launchers, why would you buy plasma cannons as well?
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
This is better for you.
Yeah. I mean,
It's actually better that
whatever
way.
you're doing, you're buying weapons that you don't want.
Oh yeah, but
Which
the less
is-
weapons that you don't want, the better.
Yeah, so
Or,
kind of.
for instance, if you want, say for instance you bought that 60 box of special weapons,
Yeah.
say you didn't want, I don't know.
Melter guns.
Yeah, you didn't want metal guns,
Yeah.
but say Stu did,
Yeah.
so Stu, you box of metal weapons.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
there'll be loads of trading going on with
Yeah.
the weapons, definitely. And the last box of heavy weapons is the Volkites, the auto cannons, and the las cannons.
Now to me, that last cannon looks over the shoulder.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
Oh, the last cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Bottom
think it is.
Yeah,
'cause
so
I've
that's what
seen-
I'm saying. That and the missile launcher. I'm moving your phone to the
Well, the plasma cannon looks over the shoulder as well, because that looks like a
Yeah.
shoulder
Yeah.
rest.
I've
So-
seen pictures of.
Oh, have you managed to see it? I
built
haven't.
models, yeah,
Oh, I haven't seen them.
which we might get to later on. So we've got the Deimos Rhino.
Excellent.
It's an average looking rhino, to be honest.
Just looks like
The-
it,
Looks
just,
like a
it,
rhino.
it just looks like a
I know
Forge World
there's
one
meant
with
to be
the
a
extra
difference
kit on.
between the Deimos Rhino and the Mars Rhino, but they're just rhinos, aren't they?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've got it. I've got one. I've got the Command Rhino.
Is yours Deimos?
It is I.
Oh yeah.
It's a Deimos Command, whatever it's called from Forge World.
Yeah.
Which I'm just going to take the command thing off and put a standard top on it and just have it as a Rhino because it's full blood angeled up, blood
Yeah.
angel doors.
Well, you can run Deimos Rhinos in
Yeah.
Heresy as one of your HQs. So
Like, I'll keep his name then.
Keep
it one.
Angels Armament Company.
Yes.
basic one thing to note: if you're not a Heresy player, you're gonna have pintle mounted heavy weapons on these Rhinos.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be good or not. Whether it's going to be worth the points or not.
They're designed.
We'll have to wait and see how
They're
it
designed
works.
Yeah.
to take things up the
We'll have to
table
wait
and
and
drop
see,
them
but
off.
I think this is worth pointing out that one of the reasons why I want to jump back into Heresy and I'm falling out of love with 40k is I like the damage system, and it's classic. It's never changed for a long time.
Yeah,
but
it's the
just
old-fashioned way, isn't it?
strength add D6,
Yeah.
and I kind of realised this playing Konflikt the other
It's
week.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
It is exactly the same. Obviously, the same people came up with the rules.
Yeah.
But it was like,
That's
right,
how armor works.
I've taken away all the threats to my armour. Now
Yeah.
I can go do what I want with it.
Yeah.
You can't do that in 40k
Well,
because
did you see one of the latest FAQs, whatever it was, to 40k?
Which one?
Imperial Guard. A 6 to hit auto wounds.
Yes.
A 6 to hit from a las gun,
Mm-hmm.
auto wounding a Titan.
yeah, it's just it doesn't make the
It's not right, is it?
it works for 40k as a point scoring game,
Oh yeah.
but it
yeah.
doesn't work as a war game.
No.
The thing with that one is, if going back to My Blood Angels against Imperial Knights.
Oh yeah, smash them in with your fists.
Yeah, yeah. and if you charge, you wound on a 5,
Yeah.
Charging with the Thunderhammer.
and you wound on a 2.
Just
Although, to be fair, I mean, Finns against Soviet tanks.
right.
Charging in with sticks.
So the rhinos are okay.
Yeah.
Next we have the Kratos tank.
I think that is beautiful.
It is lovely because I want the other one that's got the
So is this
the older-
Sicaria?
yes,
The
it's the one
Sicaran,
with the
yeah.
massive
Sicaran?
like rotary
Yeah.
Yeah,
So is that the same chassis?
same chassis.
No.
Oh, is that
It
the
is.
between?
Is
This
it?
is bigger.
Is it bigger?
It's a bigger.
It's bigger.
In between that and the Fellblade.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is a bigger tank.
So I want both.
I think the main difference is you can see they've got these little sponson
Oh,
bolters,
yes, I never noticed them. So you've got the las cannons on the
yeah.
side and
and then you've got
heavy bolters. That's 2 heavy bolters.
You want to clear the infantry.
And you've got the massive cannon, then you've got a...
I don't know if that is
That looks like an auto cannon.
yeah,
Yeah,
like a pindle mounted auto cannon for anti-air maybe.
yeah, because you can see it's got the arc for it to
Yeah.
lift up
And then
over.
it also has the Volkite version and the melted version.
Yeah.
And they've released the rules for these, and the melted one has 4 shots.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I've
that's
seen the
strength
rules.
So,
So, somebody posted the rules, but they cut off the front bit of it. So I was like,
yeah,
how many shots does that get?
yeah. So I mean, obviously, we don't know how the game works,
No.
and we don't know how many points that is, or what portion of your army that would be.
Probably a third of it.
But it does look pretty cool.
It does look amazing, especially
Yeah.
now as it's bigger than this, so I hope you
I
pronounce it.
mean, the thing is as well, though, like say you buy your starter box, and then you've then got your a Spartan and a Kratos. Like a lot of players are going to be rocking around with a load of like super heavy tanks.
What's the Vindicator with the laser destroyer? Might need one of
Basically what
those.
it's called, isn't it?
The Vindicator laser destroyer.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, might be
Yeah.
needing one of those.
Yeah. But then it's going to turn to an arms race,
Yeah.
and that's the bit I don't like about some of these games. They,
Well,
they end up being an arms race.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe the issue with having those tanks, the Spartan in the
I
starter
think
box.
we've been to that arms race in both action and conflict with
Yeah.
the tanks.
Yeah.
They don't win games.
No.
That is true.
Although
Yeah.
when you've got 20 Terminators in your Spartan,
That might win a
you
game.
can they can jump out wherever they want. Yeah.
Just going to drive this up to here, park it there, open the back door and charge, the front door and charge.
Yeah.
The inside's more armoured than the outside.
Next, we've got some books.
Oh, yeah.
So these look like short story anthologies that didn't really mention much about them on the live stream. So I could not tell you if these are reprints of other short stories
Yeah.
put into new books.
I didn't.
Or
Like,
if
see,
they're all
I'm not
brand
really
new
a fan
stories.
of the Black Library, so I'm not really that fussed with that. Sorry
Yeah.
for any who's out there who are fans of the Black Library.
I mean,
Sorry,
I'm
but
a
not
bit
for
of
me.
a fan. I've probably read about 100 Black Library books, but I've read more Star Wars books.
Oh,
Right,
So-
yeah.
So that's why, I think. But yeah, Lupercal's War.
Mm-hmm.
It just says a Horus Heresy anthology, and it has the names of some people: Dan Abnett, Graham McNeil, Aaron Dembski Bowden, John French, Chris Raitt, and many more.
Does it tell you what books they are?
No,
I
that's
thought
what
it
I'm saying.
was.
I don't know what's in it, but it does say start here.
You have to wait till it's on the...
Yeah, that's how you open the book. Literally, it says start here on the top right hand corner, which is where you hold it.
I,
To open
I
the
think
page.
this is meant for people who are new to Horus Heresy
Yeah.
to not have to go, right, there's a 54 book series, plus the Siege of Terror series, plus the Primarch series. What do I do?
Yeah.
Read this,
Just
why not catch it up?
Get this,
This
yeah.
is a synopsis of everything.
Yeah. Then we've got Chthonia's Reckoning.
So that's like the book release with the box set, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so that's not the box art because it's way too bright, I think. I can scroll up.
It's not, no.
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 Yeah, the Age of Darkness box art's like a nice...
quite dark for the
very
darkness.
grim dark, yeah. Whereas Chthonia's Reckoning, the artwork on the front of the book, so it has the 2 Praetors out of the Age of Darkness box set, but it's painted up like it's a 40k
Yeah.
box art.
Bright and
Yeah.
Very
sparkly.
bright. Yeah. And you've got the guy with his like chicken hat.
It's Chicken Hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he's on there. And then you've got the Rogel Dawn Primarch book.
Hmm.
They're usually quite good. Let's see who's written it. Is his name on Gavthorpe?
Okay.
Might be, might not be. You never know with Gavthorpe.
Yeah.
Right. And here we go. So I'm basically scrolling through the news page on the Age of Darkness,
Got you.
Discord, which is run by a guy called Code Walrus, which you might know. He has a Cults 3D page.
Oh, does he?
That's how I reckon that's that name. So we've got heavy weapons pictures.
Yeah.
We've got, so they're all Mark 6s.
Mm-hmm.
Plasma cannons on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Multi-melters down.
That was a missile launcher on the right, wasn't it? No.
The las cannons,
cannons
on the shoulder. Heavy flamers underslung. They are
Special weapons sets.
special weapons, obviously all normal.
Yeah.
A couple of rhinos, a couple of Kratos, different bits and pieces. That massive plough on that Kratos just looks ridiculous.
Go back up there, yellow Kratos. Next to the Rhino. Doesn't look that big.
Oh, it's bigger than a rhino.
It must be it's the angle the picture's on.
Yeah, these are amateur pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, if you...
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, the one that's painted. Is that painted Space Wolf colours?
Yeah, that is a Space Wolf one.
Yeah, it does
looks
look.
nice.
It does look bigger from that angle. Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. It is bigger.
Yeah. And they're the couple of Spartans.
Nice.
Nice Iron Warriors and Iron Hands one.
A little Space Wolves Rhino.
Yeah, Space Wolves Rhino. It looks good in the Space Wolf colours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like more classic.
Yeah.
And then I think that is all of the new
Is that one?
releases.
Was that one of the?
That was one of the Praetors.
Yeah.
So it's the guy who normally done with the Sons of Horus face with a Mark 6 head on,
Yeah.
different head.
All right.
And I think
Okay.
he's painted up as an Iron Hand
Yeah.
or a Raven God or possibly a Dark Angel.
No,
He's wearing
it was
black.
there. What's that?
I think it's Dark,
Dark
Angels
Angel?
actually.
Yeah.
They're all black. They all look the same. Yeah, Dark Angels.
Yeah.
But it does look nice.
Mm.
So that's all the new stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
we're doing this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything else to say
I think
about
that's
it. Really,
about
is
it.
it?
All the
We're
releases.
just waiting for like
Yeah.
dates and prices.
Because there's no dates out yet for
No,
is it
they've said June.
I'll have to.
I think they said June, but that's it.
All right, that's not
So-
too bad then.
Mm.
So June's payday's going to take a hit.
Yeah, definitely. I've already tried to save anyway. Tried to save some money. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a break and we'll finish off with a quick segment talking about what we're going to do in the near future with our armies.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Right,
See you in a sec.
Okay, welcome back. So what we're going to do is just talk about basically what models we're going to be working on in preparation for the box dropping.
Yeah.
Okay, Liam.
Well, obviously that I can't pronounce his name. That guy I bought for the Bloody Angels.
The Dominions F1.
That's the one. The Bringer of Sorrow. Him and
So is he in a book?
yes, he is in a book.
Is it a good book?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just bought him because I thought he looked awesome. I was
It
like, he
does,
looks
it
mint.
does look
I'd
class,
popped into our local game shop to buy some. I actually went in for paint.
Yeah.
I literally went in to buy a pot of black contrast.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
I came out with black contrast, some hard coat, some white spray, like the Wraithbone.
Yeah.
Oh,
called,
yeah.
Which is the if you don't play Blood Angel, it's the undercoat you use for the Blood Angel
That's
contrast
the
paint.
off-white one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So
That's what I use on them Death Guard.
yeah,
Yeah.
that, and so I'll be working on him. And Stuart has just gifted me a Mark II Marine.
Yep. Mark II Boat Boy.
Mark II Water Boy with a really cool base. So I shall be assembling him and doing a couple of test paints for
Yeah.
how because I don't know whether I'm going to go grim dark or shiny.
Yeah.
That's what I haven't decided yet. So it's either going to be like a matte red,
Right.
which I've kind of gone with me 40k army, which
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not too bright, are they?
No, because they're
not
quite
like-
matte.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way I've painted them is literally just spray them with Mephistant red
Yeah.
and then used I know it's not the way you're meant to do it, but then I've used the Blood Angel contrast paint, just a quick once over and then a little highlight and then just sprayed with satin varnish. And
Yeah.
they look quite, well, they look matte, So they look quite cool. So I'm either going to do that, because I like that paint scheme, or I'm going to go Old Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and go really bright.
Like
That red, orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I haven't decided yet.
That would be pretty cool, like.
Yeah, but I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Because the pictures of the armour I've seen for Heresy is red and black.
The official Blood Angels, is there a colour difference between 30k and 40k?
Slightly.
Well, 40k Blood Angels changed, didn't they?
Well, I mean, they changed in the 90s, but
yeah,
like, they
that's
haven't
what I
changed
mean,
since like 2005.
I think it's still red.
No, they're still red,
Oh,
but
yeah, but
all the trim, so the raised areas on around all the armour and stuff, and all the shoulder pads, that's all black.
Yeah.
On everybody, rather than just obviously 40k your sergeants have got black shoulder pads, rather than red.
Like 40k Blood Angels are like just all red, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just all red.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
They used to have like gold trim and black trim. And
Well, there used to be an entire gold boy.
There still is. It's Heresy. There still is. He's still alive.
I mean, I'm wondering what the difference is for Sanguinary God
There won't be any.
between 30k and 40k
Well, yeah.
otherwise, because they definitely existed in 30k.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Because they're in Fated Tread,
Yeah.
and the dude's called Azkalion, who leads them. And he's definitely in there, and he's definitely a Sanguinary God, and he definitely guards Sanguinius.
Yeah. Did a crap job in the Heresy.
Well, oh, we're not up to that. I don't think that... Has that book been written yet, or... I don't think it has,
No,
has
it
it?
hasn't. But still.
I mean, it's part of the law, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Horus is going to have to kill him
There's bound to be a twist, though, isn't there? It's not just going to happen how everyone expects it to happen.
The Emperor kills Sanguinius.
Don't you
What?
dare.
He blames it on Horus.
Could be a way to do it, mate. But
You never know.
But yeah, so that's what I'll be working on.
Kill him
And
and kill Sanguinius.
which that wouldn't happen.
Then he has to kill the Emperor to cover it up.
And obviously I'll be working on me Land Raider.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So
get that finished.
yeah, because I've changed out my idea of that, because I'm still going to use that in 40k. I want to make it look like a relic, like it's been battling through the ages.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've got paint in 40k.
I know, but I mean like
They've probably still got pressure washers.
you never know.
Jet wash.
Big jet
Just
washer.
imagine some servitor with a jet wash on instead of a heavy boulder.
Cleaning the
You
day.
think it's got a heavy flame and it's just
It's water.
Salty water.
Good against the death god.
Yeah.
Detergent.
Quick, more detergent.
I mean, sometimes you think they forgot how to make soap.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I'll be working on. And me little rhino that's been left gathering dust on my shelf.
Is that a Deimos Command, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I got that for 40k.
Didn't you buy a 2-pack of tanks?
No, I was going to, but you could only buy it from Forge World. It's now out of production. And online, it's stupid money.
Yeah.
It was £100 in Games Workshop in Warhammer World.
Yeah.
And it was it was a Land Raider and
Something.
a rhino. But they were no, they weren't a command rhino as such, but they were linked together. So if you ran both of them, the rhino gave the Land Raider something really cool, and you could also use servitors on this little rhino to give your men like a +1 to hit or a -1 to get wounded. It was really weird. Forget the name. I'll Google it for next time we do a podcast and let them know. But they looked awesome as well. It was really cool sculpts on top of that. But they're now out of production. And online, they're ridiculous money.
So obviously, you've got a substantial Blood Angels 40k army.
Yeah, about £7,000, give or take.
So how much of that can you use, do you think?
Not much of it, unfortunately, because I've only really got a few firstborn, but most of my firstborn are Death Company.
And there's no Death
There's
Company.
no Death Company,
Yeah.
yet, so
Yes.
I've got a couple. I've got a couple of tac squads, and I've got a couple of older tanks.
Yeah. I know you've got a Predator.
I've got.
Yeah, you've got a ball predator.
I've got 2 ball predators. One's all flames. One's all dagger.
Is the Ball Predators in 30k?
Yeah, there will be because it's.
Predators will be.
So I've got 2 ball predators. One's all dagger. One's all flame. I've got 1 normal predator, which I've got. It's loaded out all las cannons. I've got 2 on the top.
That'd be pretty good.
And then the last
When one of those new tanks comes rolling down.
yeah. And the last kind of sponsons, I've got a Razorback.
Don't think Razorback.
No.
Well, you can just take the turret off.
Yeah, just run as a Rhino. I've
Yeah.
got the Rhino, the Command Rhino.
Yeah, which you could just run as a Rhino
Yeah,
if you wanted to.
I've got me Achilles, which is a Mark II Land Raider. I've got a normal Land Raider, but I think that's a Mark IV. One of the newer ones. So I don't think that it's the loadout for the weapons system's different. I don't think that's 30k.
I mean, you're going to use it.
If it can
Yeah.
transfer over, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Or you want to like do something new for 30k.
yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
I really like that big tank we've just seen.
Oh yeah.
The little version of that
Oh, the Sakaran.
the Sakaran, which
I really like the Fellblade.
yeah. Well, I've liked the Sakaran for a while. I kind of treat myself once a year
Yeah.
to something off Forge World
Alright.
or some bits off Forge World. Like a couple of years ago, I bought all the Escher weapon packs
Oh yeah.
and the Escher side cat for the Necromunda. I've bought that cool Rhino, the Command Rhino,
Yeah.
and then obviously COVID happened, so I was like, I can't afford to buy nothing.
Yeah.
So, but that on my list was either the Blood Angel Contemplar Dreadnought, because it's beautiful, with all claws. So
Yeah.
basically, it's going to be a pre-Death Company Contemplar,
Yeah.
and that tank that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
Because I just love the idea. This massive Gatling gun.
It does.
It just
pretty
looks
cool.
awesome.
To be fair, if I was going to get a Sakaran, I would get the I think it's called a Punisher cannon. I would get that one.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
was like, that looks brilliant. massive Gatling cannon. Yeah, give me one of them.
So, Stuart, what's your next steps? Next steps in prep.
So far, I've done some test printing and some test painting,
Yeah.
and I've got it nailed down what I'm going to do. So now I just need to start
Print
making
models.
them and painting them.
Yeah.
I'm going to start out by doing 3 10-man squads of bolters.
Yeah.
Basics, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get the basics down and I'll probably finish them about the time we get it released.
Yeah. So you're just going to go with Mark III armor, or are you going to do a mix?
I'm doing a mix of Mark II and Mark III.
Yeah.
Well, my plan is... Sorry, I'll let you
They're
finish.
the best Death Guard looking marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Marks 4, 5 or 6 looks very good as Death Guard.
I actually saw
I agree.
a painted model of a Death Guard in Mark 6 and I thought it looked great.
But it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
I
doesn't
say,
work.
It doesn't. I don't think any traitors really.
No,
work
all
for Mark
because I see going back to 7th, I did flirt with Death Guard for a little while, but then 8th came out and Death Guard was a second army.
Yeah, they
And it did-
Like the thing,
change.
But
Mark
it
III.
wasn't Death Guard. I did the Purge, which was a smaller like Legion, but it was like not Legion, just like a offshot of Death Guard. But then the 8th edition box set came out with Death Guard, so I was like, oh, I'm not doing them name,
like Mark 3 is Death Guard.
yeah, because
Yeah.
see, there's not Typhus. There's a Typhon who's the first.
Yeah, it's
He
called-
becomes Typhus later.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Typhon
Typhon.
looked absolutely awesome. There's a
Yeah.
Forge World sculpt of him
There is, yeah.
standing on like a posh base with this massive side. It's like, that looks fantastic. And it's Mark 3 armor.
Oh.
It's that way.
Yeah.
It's this with the knights, the knight in shining armor faces. That's
Yeah,
Death Guard.
yeah.
That's Death Guard to me.
It is.
Yeah.
So
That's what
So you're going to get tactical squads ready. So are you planning on getting the box set?
I'm
Or
not
not.
sure because I want to get the book.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the question is, do I get the box set to just get the book?
Do you get the box set and split it?
Like that's it. I probably could and cover the cost of the book.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, you get the box set.
Or find someone else who's getting 2 and I buy the book off
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, that's
So
another way.
you
It will
could-
be all over eBay. won't
You
it?
could
will, yeah.
could buy the box set, keep the Spartan, keep the Contemplar,
Well, I'm doing an infantry army.
or you're going all infantry.
All infantry.
Ooh.
Maybe some dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Basically, it's a foot army.
First,
that's the plan.
Death Guard first of foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
So I'm doing the opposite of that then.
Well, yours is mechanised.
So far I've got 3 Proteus land speeders.
Yeah.
Yes, which are actually in front of us right now, behind the iPad.
Yeah. So
yeah.
what I'm working on over the next month is I've got 7 jet bikes,
What jet bikes are those?
the scimitar jet bikes.
Right.
So they're going to be. I'm going to do one as the Praetor,
Yeah.
So I'm going to have my leader on a jet bike.
Why aren't you doing white scars?
You know what it is? Rules-wise,
But we don't know rules yet.
well, you get an idea, but rules-wise, I think it would work. And actually, I don't mind the law for white scars. But I absolutely hate that
Painting white.
scheme.
But that's the thing, like, painting
honestly-
dress card white is different to painting actual white.
Yes, yeah.
I think the problem with the white scars is it's white with the red designs, and it's just...
It's very vivid.
It's more work than I would want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of bright white models anyway. And like I say, I like the lore for the Ultramarines better. So, but
Why the
this
Smurfs?
is the thing. You can play any Legion any way you want, really.
Yeah.
Like, you might not be super optimized,
Oh, no.
but there's
no.
nothing stopping you playing any Legion any way you want to.
Yeah.
So I've got 7 jet bikes. I'm going to put my leader on a jet bike. I wasn't sure whether to wait for the box set to drop and use bits from that Praetor, because I really like the sword.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the hat with the quiff, I'll call it. The chicken hat.
The chicken hat.
And maybe it's
Do you mean like a
Bill-
centurion?
Yeah.
Or a tribune?
And maybe it's built that, yeah. And then I've got the what else did you drop off? You dropped off the
Rhino.
Rhino, yeah.
Yeah, with the wraparound traps.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah,
Old school
that
Rhino.
looks absolutely class.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
They should all be like that. I think a Predator.
And then,
It looks like a baby Mark 1 Land Raider.
It does.
And then I've got the
When two Land Raiders really love each other.
and then I've got the Booty Marine as well.
That's the wrong
for
size
for
though.
that competition. So that's not for me army. That's for an Instagram painting competition. But I'll be doing that as well. But yeah, yeah. So the issue I'm going to have is because I'm not going to be doing any tactical Marines. I'm not going to have a working army until I get the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have the stuff to go around them.
Mm-hmm.
So once I get me box, I can just start cracking on with tactical Marines.
Yeah, this is why
Get
this
that
this
going.
is the idea why I quite fancy just doing the quick Blood Angel paint scheme that I do for my 40k army,
Yeah.
because it's 40 guys to paint. And
Yeah.
for you people who listen online, if we get anybody listening online, I'm a really slow painter. I either paint loads or I paint now for a year.
Yeah.
I'm very similar.
Yeah, so
I'll paint nothing for 3 months and then paint an entire army in a day. And then nothing for a year.
look when I started playing Konflikt 47, I think I did more painting
Oh, you did,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
in them 3 months than I'd done in about 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I'm a slow painter, but
The thing is, when you get into a game and other people are getting into the game, it spurs you on. to
yeah,
do
it does.
You get motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll probably be getting quite a bit of motivation as well. So I've organised.
Especially as the club gets into it.
Well, I've
Yeah.
organised a day at the club.
And I'm at
Tuesday-
work
Yeah, you're at work.
because me and Tom work together on opposite shifts.
I think
Yeah.
you're going to be sick.
So
I am due a week on the sick.
Is that a cough?
So I've actually managed to get somebody from the there used to be a really strong Horus Heresy community in the northeast. Well, I think there's still a strong community,
Because I'm in one of the groups.
but the battle bunker is actually kind of shut down. It's opened again, but it's not the same.
Battle
Like venues
Bunker, for people on listen, was our local gaming venue stroke shop. And when I say gaming venue, it had
You had about 50 tables.
about 50. Yeah, it was like
There's a lot of tables.
there was at least 30 just downstairs.
Easily
Yeah.
do tournaments.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
had done tournaments.
Like you did tournaments every Saturday.
Yeah, 30 6x4 tables, 2 6x12s at the back.
Yeah, there's two huge ones.
2 YouTube tables. But unfortunately, the premises, it's been sold, so he's having to move to now what is literally just
A shop.
a shop with one 6x4 table in.
Yeah.
He is looking for other premises though,
Yeah.
but that was our local go-to. It's near where
Yeah.
me and Tom both work.
Mm-hmm.
We can nip there from work, 10-minute drive if that.
Yeah.
5 minutes if I put my foot down.
Yeah.
Get what you want. You can order anything from
Oh, you-
online
you'd be
only,
able to get
Forge
anything.
World.
Because he sold so much, you could get anything. as well.
So it was brilliant. But like I say, he's now just a little local shop, and I've actually
so-
seen, have you seen where his shop is? It's now right in the city centre.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I know exactly where it is. It's a nightmare to get to.
So what we're doing is hopefully trying to get some interest in our local club, which is Forlorn Hope. I know you mentioned earlier, which
Yes.
we've got like a back room in a pub.
Which is
Yeah.
we're in a
But
pub.
it's-
We
It's
haven't-
more like the event room or function room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's our room all of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the tables are up all the time.
And
The
we've-
terrain
we've
can
got
stay on
what?
the tables. So there's about 8 tables.
So I'm just counting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 6x4s
Yeah.
and 4x4,
There's a couple of little.
which
tiny-
is like
Yeah.
which
As
is
one
it's a
big,
it's a
we
rope
do
play.
one big one as well.
Yeah, we do
So you can
12x6.
Yeah, push it together and do a giant table.
Is
But
it
yeah.
12x6? Aye,
Yeah,
12x6.
12 by 6.
So
yeah.
hopefully we'll drum up some local interest, get people playing.
And again, we're in a
get-
bar, so you know.
Yeah, get everything ready. So I think that's everything for this
Yeah,
episode.
I think that's it all covered really, because
So-
there's nothing out yet.
Yes. So what we'll say is, if you enjoyed listening to this on a podcast app, please give us a 5-star review.
Yay!
If you're listening on YouTube,
Oh, we're on
please-
YouTube now. Oh, going up in the
Yeah.
world.
yes, this will be on YouTube. So a like and a subscribe goes a long way.
Never thought I'd be saying that.
Yeah. And do you have anything to add?
No, just really,
Death to the false emperor.
yeah, go away.
And on that bombshell, we'll see you next time.
Bye now.